Number 1 Lime Street is the home of Lloyd's. Forged out of glass and steel, the building has become a landmark in the City of London. It's also an extraordinary place to work. Designed in the early 1980s by Lord Rogers and opened in 1986, Number 1 Lime Street was built to provide a flexible and open working environment. Flexible because Lloyd's required room to expand, and open because the success of Lloyd's relied on people from the market and the corporation working closely together. The pipes, the electrical power, the ventilation shafts, and even the lifts run up the outside of the building, offering some stunning views over the city. To create the space required to do this, all the things you might expect to be built into the fabric of the building were constructed outside. It's a design that has remained remarkable for over 30 years and has won its fair share of awards. Even next to the neighboring Scalpel and the recently erected skyline, 1 Lime Street is an impressive sight. Walking into Lloyd's is a little like walking into a street market. All around you, syndicates, each run by a managing agent, compete for business from brokers. Because these syndicates specialize in different types of insurance, virtually every kind of large or complex risk is covered here, from natural disasters and terrorism through to celebrity body parts and jewelry. The main part of the Lloyd's market is called the underwriting room, or simply the room, although in reality the market spans 3 floors of the building. When Lloyd's first started out in the 17th century as a small coffee house, all the business dealings were done face-to-face, and to a large extent that continues to this day, even though many of the processes have become a lot more high-tech and power-sensitive. As a result, the room is consistently alive with activity. During autumn 2016, ICW Power Mode was contacted by the corporate real estate department at Lloyd's of London regarding a number of component failures in the sub-distribution system. ICW responded without delay, identified the faults, and replaced the offending obsolete circuit breakers. Subsequent to these repairs, a full power system survey was undertaken, identifying a plethora of aged electrical and mechanical equipment. The curve describes the relative failure rate of a group of products, such as the entire component makeup of a switch panel, over time. As stated, the useful life of electrical switchgear is normally in the region of 15 to 20 years, and the power installations at many buildings constructed prior to the millennium is of an age which puts them clearly at risk of increased failure on the end-of-life section of the bathtub curve. As part of the tendering process, ICW Power Mode set about creating a full 3-dimensional animated model in order to communicate the project's complexity to both the corporate real estate team and the consultants alike. This assisted greatly in terms of understanding, programming, and installation. Lloyd's, together with their consulting engineers, MIET Consultants, then selected ICW Power Mode as principal contractor to carry out a power and associated services system upgrade to this prestigious building. The project included the removal of 27 tons of IP55 metal-clad busbar, replaced by IP68 cast resin busbar, the replacement of 78 sub-distribution incomers together with custom-made floating header boxes, complete replacement and refurbishment of the 11 kilovolt switchgear and infrastructure, installation of 4 kilometers of blown fiber ducting and cabling serving the newly installed energy monitoring system, and vendor-agnostic network automation system monitoring the medium voltage, low voltage, and in-house power generation. The site refurbishment of 2 2-megawatt Harland and Wolff generators requiring spare parts from as far afield as Canada. The manufacture and installation of a temporary generator panel rated at 6,300 amps and constructed to comply with IEC Technical Report 61641 Class I, fully insulated. the supply and installation of a 2-megawatt load bank and 3 miles of cabling. New mimic screens in each substation and generator rooms. Graphic design, supply, install and commission new head and LED screen in the control room. The design, manufacture and installation of a further 50 meters of 2000 amp busbar from new generator busbar to the existing system, including the commissioning. The replacement of the main incoming changeover section on MCC6. The replacement of the existing central battery system for the emergency lighting in towers 1, 3 and 5. The work involved new UPS modules, batteries, mechanical cooling, modifications to low-voltage switchboards and the installation of new mains cabling. The upgrade was successfully carried out together with a number of client-instructed variations whilst the building was fully operational. Jack Kent, head of property, commented when asked,
So the project was the end-of-life electrical infrastructure, including generators, bus bars, high-voltage equipment, batteries. But not only that, it was actually doing that in an occupied building and keeping the business running during that time. I think it was the deep levels of understanding and expertise they brought, together with the on-site team that really closely integrated with our permanent building management team. Absolutely, I think the way they delivered the project without any hiccups has been testament to their expertise.
ICW Power Mode, powering commerce throughout this great city.